No matter how blessed and gifted you are, if you don't display courage, the world is so noisy, nobody will hear you. So your ability to display courage is a skill you will need to learn. No more walking on eggshells. It is not sustainable for you to continue to walk on eggshells. It is just not sustainable. And it is human nature to want to make you cower in your settings, in any settings you find yourself. It's just human nature to want to suppress you, make you align, fall into place. Sometimes you will see situations where people are trying to complain about how you're feeling your space, but they don't come to you directly and say that, but by their actions and by their body language and all of that, you would see it. If you follow me so much on various social media platforms, you will know that one of the key pillars of my content and one of the key values that I hold in high regard is courage. Your courage to show up, your courage to stand tall, your courage to show out, your courage to step onto the platform, because that is the starting point. No matter how blessed and gifted you are, if you don't display courage, the world is so noisy, nobody will hear you. The world is noisy. So your ability to display courage is a skill you will need to learn. And if you're struggling with it, it will be compounded by what people around you want to see. So some people just want to see a version of you that aligns with what they think you should be. And so you can step out, but don't step out too much. You can stand out, but make sure the light isn't, you're not shining too bright and all of that. I just need you to understand this, that anybody who feels uneasy with your level and pace of growth is not necessarily your ally. And once that is demonstrated to you once is enough for you to understand that, and you must immediately put that person or situation into a bucket where they would have to work hard to earn back your trust. You're already at a point where you may be struggling with imposter syndrome, you may be struggling with confidence and your ability to just raise your hands, to be seen. So if someone is compounding that pain, they are not your ally. I need you to understand that. Now, it doesn't even matter how they try to paint it. And some of the words and, some of the phrases that we use right now, some of you watching me right now may be able to relate because someone has said it to you at some point in your life or your career or your professional setting. So it doesn't matter how they try to paint their insecurities. So they may use words like, you are too loud. What does you are too loud or you are loud? What does that mean? Because you are an independent thinking person. And if you can think, you should be able to voice your thoughts out, right? So what does you are loud mean? Some people will even go as far as saying you are proud. And they're not saying it jokingly, they just mean it. Because you carry yourself in a way that shows the value you bring on board. So they will say you're proud. Some will even say to you, you are everywhere. You are everywhere. When there is this project you're there, that project you're there, anything that has to do with the forward movement of the organization, strategy implementation, the general vision of the organization, and the many projects that supports it, that brings it to life. You're there, you're volunteering. They will say you are everywhere. Some will say to you, you are too assertive. What does you are too assertive mean? It means that when you have a conviction, you hear your views, you share your point of view, you take a stand, and you want everybody to know where you stand. So when they're saying to you, you're too assertive, and in most cases, it may be that whenever you say something or you share your own point of view, you probably, from facts and patterns, you've been right. So they will say to you that you are too assertive. Some will even say to you, you are growing too fast, calm down. You see that word, calm down. You're growing too fast. Or you are everywhere. You're everywhere. We see you everywhere. You're growing too fast. What is wrong with growing? I've thought that there was nothing wrong with growing. And what does too fast mean? Who came up with a metric for growth and how you can grow in any particular season or year or quarter. These people may downplay your achievements. They would say you've achieved something. It is clear to everybody that you put in your sweat, tears, and blood to achieve it. They would then discount it to say, oh, it is easier now because probably there's technology. So obviously that helped her grow, or that helped him grow. You know, they find something to share your glory with so you don't have to be in the spotlight every single time, disregarding the fact that you actually put in the work. They may begin to compare their own little win to the massive one you've just unlocked. So you've just done a big, massive thing. Because I'm trying to show you some patterns. I'm trying to identify for you who your allies are and who your allies are not. Specifically, who your allies are not. So you need to pay attention and you need to be observant. If you want to grow in your career, it's strategy, and this is part of it. You need to know those that are in your corner, and anybody who is falling easy into this bucket is not necessarily in your corner. And don't say it's from a place of love before, because everything I'm saying here is not from the place of love. Anybody who loves you will want you to grow. They may get to a point where they're comparing. So you've just probably passed a massive exam, or you've just, signed a huge deal, or you've just gotten your promotion. Now, instead of just saying to you, congratulations and all of that, they will find a way to bring themselves into the center. And then they will start comparing that big, massive thing you've just done to something they did 10 years ago that is quite irrelevant. Now, these people are also very, very good at attributing your success to luck. They will say, oh, you got a promotion because you did not have competition. As though it was just given to you, you didn't work year round to deserve it. Or you got that transfer, or you got the opportunity to travel internationally for some business opportunities because they increased the budget for that particular course. And if they had not increased the budget, you wouldn't have gone. They will say words like that. They will basically attribute your success to luck. They will downplay it. Now, irrespective of how this shows up, I need you to stay focused, because I'm working hard to build the new generation of courageous career professionals who thrive, who win, and who are ready to scale in their careers and build a personal brand while at it. So I need you to see it, understand it, but don't focus on them. I just need you to be able to categorize them appropriately and know that they're not your ally. And that is what I need you to do. So see it, recognize it, ignore. Put them in their bucket and ignore. Don't throw tantrums. Don't start fighting them. You don't need it, because here we are strategic. You are strategic. Okay? Now, you have been shrinking for a very, very long time. Even from childhood, you have been shrinking. They'll tell you to sit down here, stay there, don't talk to adults, don't do this, don't have those conversations, you're being disrespectful, you're talking too much, all of that. So from childhood, you have been shut down. You have been shut down so much you don't even recognize who you are anymore. They've chipped away every form of confidence from you. They've chipped it away. But no more, that is no longer happening. That is no longer happening. So fragile egos, insecurities, jealousy, drama, all of those things will drain you. And that is why you must ignore them. And you must continue to remain your best self. Like, let them bring that energy, but you don't see it. You are focused on yourself. And don't ever think that it is okay to dial down what you bring on board because of how somebody feels. Because then you will be doing yourself a disservice. So I want you to focus on what is right in front of you. You have not won enough. You have not won enough. Even though they're saying you're growing too fast, you have not won enough. So I need you to keep winning. I need you to keep winning. Anybody who decides that they are going blind because of you, because of your light, they may have to get some sunshades, because you are not going to stop shining bright. And let me tell you something. The fact that you slow down for anybody doesn't mean that they will speed up. The fact that you're slowing down for anybody, it doesn't mean they will speed up. So I need you to know that if you slow down for them, you will only be losing and nobody is gaining. Okay, so continue to be your best self. Anyone who feels intimidated by you is focused on the wrong thing. Anyone who feels intimidated by you, they are focused on the wrong thing. And you don't want to be part of a wrong business. That is not what you do. You don't want to be part of a wrong business. So I need you to focus on yourself and continue to build yourself out. Successful people, they don't waste their energy worrying about those who feel threatened by their ambition. They just go for what they need to go for. They are fixated on their goals, and that's what I need you to do. Fix your eyes on your goals. You see these same people saying you're growing too fast, you're doing this. Once you begin to land massive wins, there will be the same people that will say, we knew you could do it, we knew you could do it, we've been rooting for you. Haters, they will always find a reason to it. Facts. There will always be a reason. No matter what you do to try to make them feel comfortable, they will always find a reason to it. So, and it's a reflection of their character. It has nothing to do with you. It's a reflection of their own character. So I need you to pay attention and understand this and know that when they're giving you that vibes, they have something going on with them. It has nothing to do with you. Your self-assuredness is some people's headache, and that should not stop you. The fact that you're self-assured, you know who you are, and you bring who you are to every interaction. Some of them will even write you development points at work. Some of them will write this for you to say you should calm down, you should slow down, you should. If you know genuinely that you are just being yourself, you're just doing what you need to do, you need to keep at it. Now, it may be the case that there is something you need to pay attention to, so I'm trusting that you'll be discerning enough to know if there is some bit of work you need to do. Like for instance, if you're rude, if you don't regard people and all of that, then you have a lot of work to do. But if you know your stuff, you communicate your stuff, you get your work done, and you're doing all the right things, then this message is for you. Their discomfort is never your responsibility to manage, and you don't owe anybody an apology for being the star that you are. You don't owe anybody an apology. So I need you to stay fierce, and I need you to remain true to yourself. You are not permitted to dilute your excellence because you want to fit in. So stay pumping that gas. I need you to stay pumping the gas. The world needs more of you every single day. The world needs more of you. Okay, so no more walking on eggshells. Stay true to yourself and remain fantastic. I know you've enjoyed this video the same way I have creating it. If you have, please make sure you subscribe to this channel, you like, you share, and you leave me some lovely comments. I'd like to read your comments. Thank you very much for watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.